What a way to go. It's a great way to start a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And there we have it. Ooh.
Fix the old camera.
Exactly. So I guess no kill team 2. Which I would say is ridiculous.
Wait, why is widescreen wrong? I didn't move the camera. Why can you see my markings?
I don't know. We're getting a little behind the scenes.
Must have bumped it or something. Jesse Nicoletti, sup? Prussian Blue here before the announcements. Matthew Cheeseman, hello Nick and Jay. Guess I gotta. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong screen. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, nobody look. You're gonna get motion sick.
Already threw up.
Good.
Alright, what the hell am I doing on these secret kill team?
There we go.
Beautiful.
This thing is not as big as I thought it would be, but it is super, super cool.
That's what she said. That one was a good one too. You really set that one up.
Jesse Nicoletti, does it have a tiny Luke? No, but I do have a Luke.
Ooh.
Matthew Cheeseman, I did a hobby today.
What'd you hobby today? I hobbied in my pants a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Andy Crimson, hey folks. Simon the Bottomized Monkey, AR, hello, Jubles, Lucky Bat.
I mean, the gang's all here.
Flimbo the Dude, Graham Deneen. Flimbo the Dude, let's go Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I was listening today? I was listening to Juicebox. He has a great song called Let's Go. Just a great little jam. It slaps.
It slaps. So I'm sure you were very excited by the announcement today.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. I looked at all the pretty pictures and I read the words to the corresponding pretty pictures.
Oh my god. You read the words?
I did.
Wow. I mean, isn't there like only 3 pictures?
I think there was 4.
I mean, today was the day to read because there was a lot more explaining.
Yeah.
I got tricked, I guess, because they had that little video at the beginning, and it's just the logo spinning. That's all it is. I was like, God damn it.
They forgot to properly embed it. I'm sure that was supposed to be just rolling for everyone looking at the page.
Well, no, it was supposed to be. Well, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I thought the video was going to be like explaining what this is about, what this new edition is, but it's just the logo.
Yeah, that was at the bottom. The bottom 2 videos were the ones you're supposed to watch.
Ah, well, I didn't get there because I watched that video and I was like, well, this is ridiculous. What's going on? So what is it? Age of Sigmar: The Next Generation? What's going on with it?
Yeah, I mean Age of Sigmar 2. Or not Age of Sigmar 2, Age of Sigmar 3. So it's Age of Sigmar Resurrection, because it was Alien, then it was Aliens, and now it's Alien Resurrection. Age of Sigmar, Age of Sigmar's, Age of Sigmar Resurrection. I super duper dig the new Age of Sigmar model, or the new Stormcast models. I like them way better than the normal Stormcasts. And it's way too early to do a range refresh, but I really dig these new models way more than the old models. The old models, now to me, the old models are complete Age of Sigmar Marines. The new models look really slick.
Yeah. They had, I like the little chainmail on the crotch.
Yeah. I do. I like that
Last ones have that too?
there's not as much cloth over the armor. And what's really funny is if you're a patron, you'll know last night we were talking about like sexist models, and we were talking about how the Age of Sigmar women, or the Stormcast Eternal women, have a high heel. These models don't. It actually looks like these models, the male characters and the female characters wear all the same armor. It's just a different chest piece, which actually works really, really well. So I really dig the new. They've slimmed down Stormcast Eternals by like 25%, but then they came out with like a bulky one that's like the Terminator version.
Yeah.
If I had collected an entire army of them, I'd probably be a little annoyed. But as someone who has 5, I would totally. If I ever do Stormcast, I would get the new ones.
Yeah. I mean, they're no Gloomspite gets, so I don't care. Stamcast.
Andy Crimson, because Alien 3 is a thing. Oh yeah, Alien 3 was a thing. I completely forgot. I like Alien 3, actually. Where they're on the prison planet.
Yeah. Has anybody complained about Age of Sigmar 3?
I'm sure. I don't care. I mean, probably no one complained about Age of Sigmar 3. I bet people complain about new Stormcast, because Stormcast are what, 5-6 years old? 7? Maybe.
Interesting.
Jubles, I think I want to get into Gloomspite Gets this new edition.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, a new edition seems like the perfect time to start getting in.
Me too. So, is there any sort of like timeline for any of this stuff?
No.
Yeah. That is an interesting way to do it.
They made a bold statement in the video about it, where they were like, we have play tested this thing, we've looked at it from every angle. The rules are airtight. There's no room for ambiguity. Them's bold words from GW. Whose rules are historically passable at best.
Yeah. So this is the 3rd edition of Age of Sigmar? Is there, like, how do you know? Do they have like a specific name for it?
Age of Sigmar 3rd edition.
I didn't know that I only knew that there was Age of Sigmar. I had no idea if there was any other editions besides the one that.
I assume the first edition was the garbage, like 1-page rules they posted in like 2015, where there was rules like whoever has the biggest mustache gets to go first.
I mean, that was a great rule. Not for me, but for someone.
Where's my purple? And I'm gonna have to substitute one of my like 3 Xenos purples.
Oh my goodness.
Trash Bandit. I still have Metal Skaven models. Hell yeah. Oh, is this just the exact color? I'm trying to mix up the colors. I have a picture of the Landspeeder pulled up. I'm trying to color match. And I was trying to mix it up, but it actually looks like this is just
the right color.
Look at this. Look at this. The color I mixed, and then just the color I own. It's completely identical.
And I'll see that in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yep. It is.
The Krager. I've been looking at Warhammer for a bit now. Watching too many mini painters makes it far too enticing. Would Kill Team be an easier thing to start with? Well, if you want to get into 40k, Kill Team is pretty good. If you want to get into Age of Sigmar, then probably Warcry or Underworlds. Although Warcry and Underworlds, I believe, use like proprietary models that don't necessarily slot right into the big game, but Kill Team does. JSC Nicoletti, I started a terrain build, a Necron tomb entrance against a cave wall or cliff. I'll post to the Discord. Ooh, please do.
Nice. Matthew Cheeseman, I can't afford a mustache.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't a mustache free?
Well, if you can grow one.
Well, yeah, you can grow one.
I mean, not everybody can do that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you can't grow one, though, I think you can get them for like 50 cents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have
little
to go
glue
to
and peel and stick.
Yeah, you have to go to a store, and you can't see it under the mask. So that's awkward.
Mm-hmm. Feeling with the dude. Actually making progress on my Emperor's Children. Emperor's chillin'.
That's my window.
How do I make that color? It's like a mustardy pink.
Benjamin Reynolds, Kill Team is cheaper to start and a nice way to get going. I would say it depends. I think orcs have it pretty rough.
Yeah.
Got to buy a lot of boxes.
Same with Space Marines.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it isn't it isn't anything close to buying like 1,000 points of a 40k army though.
Mm-hmm. I was watching some Dice Check today though, and they were talking about Sisters of Battle. Ooh, it sounds like a really, really fun army. Is that pretty much the exact color, or does it need a little tinge of orange? It's hard to say. I think it does need a little bit of maybe not orange, but maybe brown. Just a little dab of chocolate brown.
Little dab of daisy.
Just a spoonful of chocolate brown makes the paint go down.
Shake it. Shake that paint.
And Crimson, I'm lasering my mustache off, which can't happen soon enough. Are you gonna keep it in like a little box for
Do they put it in like? Did you ever have your dentist? I mean, I know that's a triggering subject for you. Did you ever have your dentist put like teeth they took out in a little container?
I think they just kept them.
You'd probably eat them.
Mm-hmm. To gain their
power. What do you think they do with all those teeth?
I don't know. I assume they give it to like the demon from the movie. What's the Tooth Fairy? The evil Tooth Fairy movie called? It's like it's got like the wrong name. It's called like Deadly Night or something. Someone chat. Tell me what the name of the horror movie about the Tooth Fairy. It's actually not bad. It's kind of a decent movie.
Yep. Andy Crimson, Darkness Falls is the evil Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, it was.
Look at that. Everyone knows.
You know what's sad, though? If you look online, I think Guillermo del Toro's company made an original model or an original creature to be the Tooth Fairy, and then they decided to go with a more kind of generic bug-looking thing. Or not, no. Guillermo's team came up with a bug thing, and they went with like a more generic ghost. But, yeah, not a bad little movie. I would say that could be a good, like, gateway horror movie. Like, you could probably show that to, like, a 15-year-old. They'd have a grand old time. It's not too scary. It's not too violent. But it is a lot of fun. And it got some good scares in it. Prussian Blue. I'm with Nick. What Nick said at the start about Kill Team 2. I'm personally very sad about the fact that Chaos Space Marines Rubicons Rubric Marines and Plague Boys are all 1 wound, while Tactical Marines are all 2 because of Pariah Nexus. Yeah, I'm sure one of these days they'll get it all worked out.
Mm-hmm. You would think that they would want to do it quick.
No.
I guess not. It is crazy, right?
Oh yeah, it's insanity.
Like, think about how not fun it would be to play against your friend that had that book.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be so pissed. I mean, that's rather annoying.
Andy Crimson, Sisters of Battle are a fun army from the one game I've played. That's enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need to place an order within the next 3 years. Matthew Cheeseman, Nick and Jay just ignoring the Stormcast model. What a beauty too. Oh, the winged one? Yeah, that model's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely a 10 out of 10.
Yep, and just make that a little Gretchen, and I'm sold. Yep, I looked at them. I'm like, yep, they are really good. They're better than the ones that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's no Gloom Spite. That's how you get me in. It's no Gretchen on a squig that has a wheel. It's nothing like that. Disco, Jay, are you painting the speeder the traditional movie colors, or will yours be a new style?
I'm basing it exactly off of the Sarastro video. I'm not sure. I think he sticks pretty close to the box art.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's absolute genius to give this model to the Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a classic Star Wars vehicle.
It is.
But it doesn't quite make sense in a war setting, but once you got the Rebels hanging out of it, one of them has a missile launcher, one of them has a laser gun, there's a front-mounted laser. I mean, it's just brilliant.
Joey Flores, you both must have been having a fever dream. Dentists are only in children's stories. I want to make Gretchen dentists. That'd be pretty fun.
Lucky Bat, how did Kill Team go today? I crushed.
Yeah, you won both on technicality and in real life.
Yes, yeah.
Because the game ended because we rolled that the game ended, but there was a chance that maybe I could do something.
Mm-hmm.
So we just continued to play, but I still lost. I don't like the game ends when you roll a dice.
Yeah, because of a dice roll.
That's not as fun. I mean,
I think I prefer if it like always ended at the end of turn 5 or something, because then both people, it's like even equal footing. Because what usually happens is one person desperately wants another turn, and the other person does not. Yes. They want it to end. That's like what happens. And so
I feel like there's more strategery if you know that you only have until turn 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, maybe you could even write missions that maybe end at turn 3 or turn 4 or go 6 rounds, or maybe that would be something.
Michael Spitz, I miss Squeaky Bat. Here, I can turn on their icon. Boop.
Lucky Bat does whatever a Lucky Bat does.
Ranchu Goldfish. Speaking of Guillermo, I bet some Pan's Labyrinth minis would be fun. Oh, Pan's Labyrinth is a movie that got me. Like, it's brilliant and it's wonderful, but it's also like, I feel like overly brutal and like sad. I don't think it has a very good balance. I think it's a very good movie, but I think his newer movies are probably a little stronger. Like, the visuals were perfect, the acting was perfect, but it was a little bit too much. A little too much misery, a little too much brutality. Jubles, I am also planning on getting into Necromunda with the new Hive War starter box, because I've been eyeing the Delaque gang. Is it Delaque or Delac? I think somebody made fun of me for saying Delaque. So
someone made fun of you online? That's insane.
So is it Delac or Delacue? Gang for a long time. Obron Jenkins. I know I'm popping in a bit late. Oh, you're so late. I mean, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
why even bother joining a 3-hour stream? What do you guys think about the new orcs they announced yesterday? Awesome.
Love.
Fantastic.
I want to buy them. I don't know if I deserve it, though. I don't deserve it. I love the... And I also love the like, war boss, too, that they had.
Yeah.
I like that, too. If I was going to buy anything, it would be the war boss. I mean, I love all the other guys, but I don't deserve them. I'm too naughty.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy them. I would buy it if it was $140, but it's not going to be. It's going to be 200.
Persian Blue, I've undertaken making a Pious Vorn proxy. Good choice. Good choice. It's a very expensive mini to buy secondhand, especially since the actual Vorn is not trader at all. Posted pics of the whip, if anyone cares. Not as impressive as just making 3D one. Andy Crimson, I started collecting both AdMac and Sisters this year and are both coming out with new codexes soonish. My wallet can only handle so much.
Yep. Oh yeah. That is very true.
AR Tips LMAO made my day at Strategery. Did I say that?
Might have. It sounds true.
Cool. Well, thanks for the tip, AR. Strategery. Yeah. Not to be confused with Stratego. Mm-hmm. Andy Prism. It's Delac. Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. Can you imagine pronouncing stuff wrong and people correcting you?
Yeah, it's a silent Q.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think on their website they should have a button that you can press that says the names.
in the weird Wikipedia, Delac. Yeah. Delac.
But like the British version.
What? What do you want me to say?
Exactly.
I can't be bothered. I'm having my tea.
Mm-hmm. AR, Nick said it as a response to you, Jay, and I spit out my drink. So I said strategery. And I had no idea. Oh my god.
We're like infants, we don't have object permanence.
0%. I don't know what's wrong with this. Do people usually remember what they say? Because I don't. I just spew, and whatever happens happens.
Within 5 minutes of saying it.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Andy Crimson, I watched one of GW's painting vids for them, and that's how they pronounced it, Delac. Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah, that is a good way to learn the names.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it'd be hilarious if they had a button. Gleam Spite gets. Be very funny.
Benjamin Reynolds, Primaris Orcs. A little bit?
Mm-hmm. They're cool. I know, I was thinking about it. We were talking about it today. And, like, maybe, you know, because they each have, like, skins on them. And so, since I have pirate-themed, maybe I make ones that are, like, octopus ones or shark ones. That'd be pretty cool. And then they would match with my army really, really well.
I'm not super interested in the boys because I already own 50 boys and that's plenty for me. But I'm very interested in the Squig Riders.
The Squig Riders are really cool.
Because if I'm gonna have a speedy army, I think a cavalry in it could be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. AR, George W. Bush said the same word in a conference about our military war plan.
W.
Yep.
W.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Aquino Canonas just got here. How excited is everyone for new Stormcasts? Honestly, I think they're pretty cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. Hey, just wondering, after your last video, are you against all fantasy or just Age of Sigmar? Much love. No, I'm not against fantasy. I do like fantasy, just not as much as Age of Sigmar. Like, I've seen Lord of the Rings probably like 2 or 3 times each, but I've seen Star Wars hundreds of times each.
Mm-hmm. I've barely seen them once.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably start an Age of Sigmar army. I mean, I'm definitely gonna.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I have like 4 or 5 40k armies, and I am planning on having one Age of Sigmar army.
The Boner Boys, right?
Yeah. Honestly, the Boner Boys are pretty slick, but I like the
cool.
Skinks.
They are pretty. They
The
are pretty skinky.
Seraphon.
They're skinky winky. Oh, I forgot to paint this guy's hands.
That one person, I feel like what Games Workshop is trying to accomplish with the codexes is trying to put out an Imperium Codex, then a Xenos, one after that. Then a Chaos Codex in between so the pattern would be Imp Xeno, Imp Chaos. I mean, that probably makes sense because there's like 3 times as many Imperium armies.
Is there a pattern, or is it just absolutely random?
It totally feels random.
Maybe we're not paying attention close enough. I know I'm not. Definitely feels random to me, though.
Corbin the Blood Angel, y'all should do another long stream tonight. Well, you're in luck because every Saturday we always do a long stream.
Exactly.
Power Surge, are you going to finish this model tonight? Probably not. But I want to make really good progress on the speeder. There's 3 other characters that go on the speeder.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Nicoletti, my Necrons finally broke 2,000 points.
Oh my goodness.
Benjamin
Do
Reynolds.
you have like a party for that? Like you get a cake and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty fun.
Benjamin Reynolds, how many 40k armies do you need to start a channel? None. Plenty of people have YouTube channels and they barely have any armies. I mean, just look at Scott the Miniature Maniac.
That's true.
He's like the biggest guy out there. He doesn't have a 40k army.
Mm-hmm.
He has like 300 points of Dark Eldar.
Mm-hmm. Benjamin Reynolds, how many armies does Nick have? Well, I got orcs. I got a little Dark Eldar. Got a little Eldar. But I think the Eldar are gonna go. I think I'll sell those.
Andy Crimson got to run an errand real quick. I'll be back. See ya in a bit.
Yeah, well, bring me something. Bring me back something.
Graham Deneen. Boom.
That's rude.
Flynn with the dude. Sorry. I have a question. Really bummed I can't use Noise Marines and Kill Team. I was wondering if you think I should use homebrew rules. You could totally do homebrew rules. You could probably also run them as Rubric Marines.
Do some Thousand Suns.
Little Thousand Suns, but just use. But yeah, it seems like Games Workshop doesn't care too much about Slanesh.
Nope.
Yeah, Slanesh really does have an identity crisis.
Mm-hmm. I do love the Noise Marines.
Yeah, they are fun. And you can still buy an ancient Noise Marine upgrade kit that looks poopy.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure people have made some 3D printed ones that are good.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed. I don't know if you get a gun to my head though. If I was picking a demons, Zinch. Like a Zinch.
Little Rubric Marines, little Zangors, little bit of pink horrors, blue horrors, brimstone horrors.
Exactly. Pretty neat.
Benjamin Reynolds. Good point about Scott, but he's a computer science guy. I think he's hacking the system. Eldar going to be strong in 10th edition, by the way. Oh, I bet. Don't call me Shirley. Yo, that Star Trek model looking good. Oh, it's so good.
SEM. Hey, Jay and Nick, I was wondering if you like to build terrain or prefer to paint right off the box.
I used to like building terrain, but now I just buy terrain. Because the stuff I built was never as good as the stuff you can buy. Mm-hmm. And it took forever and it didn't look as good.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I mean, definitely when I was first starting out collecting stuff, I was like, what? I will never, ever buy terrain. Why would I do that when I can buy cool models for my army? And now that I have my armies, I'm like, I don't care. I'll buy some terrain.
Mm-hmm.
What, am I going to add another squad of...
Mm-hmm. Even using it recently, and it's been fun. Like,
yeah.
It's nice. It's simple. It works. It feels much more correct.
Mm-hmm.
It fits well with the board because it's all made together.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And it does feel like another step hindering you from playing the game,
mm-hmm.
which sometimes isn't fun.
That one person, as a Grey Knight, you talked about demons is making you want to start a crusade. I do have a bunch of Grey Knight models, and I would like to paint them up and get them ready. I think I want to do an Oops All Terminator Grey Knight army.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm well on my way. I think I have like 25 Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want 10 more. And then 2 Dreadnoughts and 2 of whatever the dumb Space Marine flyer is called.
And a four-wheeler.
Yeah.
And a boat. There we go. Cute.
It's not often I base coat with a brush.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched Sharastro's video like 3 times a day, and he did it with a brush, so I was like, I can do it.
Mm.
And I figured, it's probably not a bad idea since I'm going to have to mix this color to have a bunch on my palette for when I make all my mistakes.
You're not allowed to make mistakes in this model.
That's true.
This is the first one you can't make mistakes on.
Benjamin Reynolds. Oops, all Terminators. That's what I want. And I have 2 guys with the banners, and I want to paint one banner perfectly, and then the other banner I want to paint it to say, like a box of cereal that says, Oops, all Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call me Shirley. Jay, I need your help. I haven't played a single game of 40k yet, but I have 2 armies of Necrons and Space Marines. Should I wait to buy more models after my first game, or should I buy more models now? I mean, I think you should probably buy more models now and play a game of 40k.
Mm.
But it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it depends. Like, are you going to be able to get a game of Warhammer in this year?
That's true.
Because it's very hard if you don't know someone to get a game in. I guess you can phone up your local game store, see if they have a Warhammer night.
Mm-hmm.
SEM, have you seen the new Stormcast Eternals? What do you think? They seem very kit bashable. They are very interesting. I like them a lot more than the current Stormcast Eternals. It totally looks like the arms and legs are all the same, and then you just swap out the torso and head, and it's super, super interesting. Impression Blue. Oops, all Terminators. You mean Dark Angels lists? Yeah.
JPC. This is going to be a Griswold Landspeeder. Put a little wood panel flare on it.
Ah, that would be funny. That the Vacation Christmas movie is really really good. You can probably skip all the other ones.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation is a delight.
Mm-hmm.
We used to watch it every single year in my family.
And it never really gets... As long as you watch it
No.
like once or twice at Christmas, it never gets old.
Mm-hmm. It's very funny. And you gotta get the DVD version. Or you don't watch it on the TV because they cut out all the jokes.
Ah, yeah. They do. Yeah, there is some real raunch in that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, it's not as bad as the other Vacation movies, but it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Michael Spitz. What Games Workshop thinks we want? Space Marines. What we really want? Groot.
Jay Tan Me? Can you say happy birthday to my 17-year-old girlfriend? She loves your painting videos. No. I would never, ever say happy birthday.
Exactly. We don't believe in it.
No. I don't care if they've watched every single one of these videos. Although if they were a patron, they would get like a happy birthday video.
Uh-oh. Now you just promised a bunch of people that.
No, it would have helped if you dropped their name, like happy birthday, Karen.
Ah.
It feels very impersonal. It's, happy birthday, this guy's girlfriend.
Yep. I love it.
Power Surge. What I find hard in basing is consistency throughout your army. I feel like I can never replicate things exactly how I made it before. That is true. You can definitely have some slight variations. Or some major variations. I mean, as long as they're all like tan with green tufts, I feel like it'll all look about right.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Honecker. I was always a fond of European Vacation.
Mm.
I don't think...
Is that the one where I don't know if it's that movie or it's a different movie where they have Hitler's car? I don't remember which one. There's one of them where
it's got to be European Vacation.
I don't know if it's that series or if it's another almost the same series. I don't remember.
I bet. Has anyone seen the new Vacation movie with Ed Helms? That's got to be trash, right? I mean, I think Ed Helms is funny-ish, but I think the Vacation movies are lightning in a bottle. You can't just crank them out.
Jay Tantme, Sarah. So her name's Sarah.
Ah, well, happy birthday, Sarah. I'm glad you like the painting videos.
Yeah. Clip that, and you can just keep replying that over and over and over again.
Joy Flares, I'm a patron. Where's my birthday video? I don't believe you. The birthday video for my cat.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Joey Flores' cat.
And clip that and play it to your cat.
Yeah.
There you go. Joey Flores Rat Race, I think, Nick. They went through a neo-Nazi museum and left with Hitler's car. Yep, that sounds about right. Amazing. The thing that I have to paint that I can't talk about because it's a secret kill team. So it's super interesting to talk about. I have to look it up because I don't know what the hell this thing is.
Quinoa Quinones. Vacation 2015 has an aggregate Rotten Tomato score of 28%.
Pretty good.
Flimbo the dude. Flimbo, I love that you just keep posting your questions. Nick, if you went on a date with a hot person, but they turned into a surprise chimp, would you be more or less interested? What, like a monkey? Like they just became a monkey?
Chimp? I mean, probably.
Or they were like a really hot chimp.
That's not something that I'm into.
Like the ones from Planet Earth?
That's not really what I'm into, but I don't mind if you're into stuff like that.
That one person. More! Oh, I was rewatching some Kylo Ren clips. Oh, I love Kylo Ren. He might be one of my all-time favorite Star Wars characters. I mean, he definitely is one of them. He might be the most, like my most favorite. Like, usually my favorite Star Wars character bounces between just whoever comes to mind first. You know, Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker. I think, though, that Kylo Ren is one of the more interesting characters in all of Star Wars.
Don't call me Shirley. Can one of the Patreon things be a date with Nick and Jay?
I mean, a lot of people's patrons do like tutoring.
They do one-on-one sessions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where I'm sure nudity and body glitter is involved, and
oh yeah.
Happy here. Jay said doo-doo. Once again, don't remember saying it, but I'll take it.
I don't remember either.
Andy Crimson, and I'm back.
What'd you bring us back? What'd you get us? Matthew G's man, can I keep my socks on, please?
Michael Spitz. OnlyFans, one-on-one nude Jar Jar painting. How much? Happy Heretic. You said it literally 10 seconds ago. See?
Yep.
Exactly. That's way too much time.
Yep.
That was a long-ass time ago. 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Darn it. I might use up this color and have to remix it. Used up more than half of it. It's on my palette. That's okay, though. I bet I can get it.
Bikini Cannones. Weekly Zoom call sounds like a great and overly cumbersome Patreon reward.
No one said weekly.
I know. Some of them they have it limited. Like 5 people.
Yeah.
Can do it. Andy Crimson, cold hard cash so we can noin some doin.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
Just Nicolette. And no, some girls pay $40K, but how many are super hot? Well, no, it's not like. Are you talking about like the people who do one-on-one? Because it's not. It's just the regular old 40K tubers.
Mm.
You know, and if we were going to rate the 40K tubers by hotness, which we're not, clearly Squidmar is the top of the list.
Easily. By far.
Yeah, I mean he's way up there. You know, maybe we got a Ninjon because he's cute and cuddly. You know, he's up there.
Clip this and send it to him.
No, I said we're not doing this. We're not rating the 40K
right.
YouTubers.
Right. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
Ooh, people are saying Brent. Oh my god, we got a bunch of comments in a row. It's all popped up.
Brent's pretty good, but he's got the hair game on points.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Squidmar, he's kind of got a little of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Crimson, me, I'm super hot. Oh, we're rating tubers. Monitor, Brent's better than Squidmar. I like me some muscles. Ooh. That's true. Like, Goober's been hitting the gym.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Joey Flores. Or if you're a Patreon member, you know Nick and Jay's Kill Mary shag list. That's very true. It's on one of those Patreon streams.
Ooh, Happy Heretic. Goob's got that long flowing hair, but Zumakito's beard. That's a good... Whew.
Forgot about the beard. And how could you?
Don't call me Shirley. Duncan Rhodes whispers. Now, I know we're not rating the tubers, but Duncan Rhodes isn't on the list. I mean, he's a great painter.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's just rude. But yeah, he's not on the list.
Flimbo the dude. Midwinter Minis got me acting up.
Disco, that beard took some work. Oh yeah.
Andy Crimson, it's Zumi's accent for me. Oof.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Blue Batman, frick you, Duncan's number one. Nick has some high standards, damn.
I mean, what can I say?
Yeah, thank goodness we're not rating the tubers.
Yeah, that'd be really embarrassing and kind of inappropriate.
It would be.
Mm-hmm.
Very unprofessional. Don't call me Shirley. Midwinter Minis is taken. I mean, that's not part of it.
That's true. Benjamin Reynolds. No love for Ninjon or Miniac?
I said Ninjon.
We said Ninjon.
He was my second pick.
Yeah, he was.
Ooh, you know who's another good one? Dave from Mini Wargaming. Man is jacked. I don't remember if he still is in the videos. I think he is. I think he took a year or two off.
I don't think I've seen a Mini Wargaming video since the late 80s. So
you haven't seen one since before they started.
Yeah. So I have no idea what they're doing. Don't call me Shirley. Hey Nick, can I take you out before COVID gets you? Well, I'm one shotted up, so you can be the second shot. If you know what I mean. Those two identical burps.
Disco. Ninjon and Miniac look like people you'd run into at the local game store. Moneteer. Love the Ninjon Miniac paint styles, but still want to bang the Goob Whoops.
Yep.
Matthew Cheeseman. No proof, but I think 52 Miniatures is X Special Forces. Impression Blue. Enough about hot YouTubers. What about the hottest guard regiments? Obviously, it's Mordians.
Flumbo to the dude. Dave from Mini Wargaming is built like a tank. Top 3 for sure.
You know what? I'm gonna say that I liked Plump 2014 Dave before he got jacked.
Mm-hmm. You like the real Dave.
The real.
I know Lucky Bat said Jay for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Benjamin Reynolds, Vincey V.
Vincey V.
And he comes in. Jay's got his burps on a soundboard. Honestly, we should.
Mm-hmm. Burp board. We got to make a burp app.
Mm-hmm. Happy Mitty, where are the female Ogrins at? They need painting too. That's a good point.
Mm.
All right, it's taking a little bit of time to base coat. I should have done it with the airbrush.
Well, you know what? You're learning something.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Spitz. Jay and Nick can't compare to Lucky Bat. That is very true. Just go more Gretchens first, please. I think I missed the conversation. No comment, Shirley. Oop, Magikarp used Fly. If he counts as a 40k YouTuber, is pretty cute.
I think he counts. I mean, Dice Trek's a real channel that updates or that it posts all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Reynolds, Jay, you missed the spot.
You missed a spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should use one of your scenic painting brushes.
Oh, absolutely. I could paint this whole model in one stroke.
One stroke, yeah. Monitor, I ordered the extra spicy wings to spite you guys the other night, and I am just now finishing them off because holy shit, they bring the pain.
Has anyone seen that show where the celebrities eat the hot wings?
Yes.
It's pretty good when the celebrity can handle it. Otherwise, it's dumb.
Yes.
Man, when who's the jackass guy?
Steve-O?
No, the main one.
I have no idea.
He went on. He cools a cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that comes from a lifetime of getting electrocuted in the balls and jumping off of cars.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he was like, "Ooh, this one's kind of hot."
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah.
All right. You win, Andy Crimson. You're on fire today. Aquino Canones. My friend is an editor on Hot Ones. Good stuff.
Can you get us on?
Yeah, we'll do it. And we have these two no-name weirdos.
We have a YouTube channel. We almost have 50,000 subscribers.
We're the biggest 40k YouTube channel.
We're the biggest 40k YouTube channel that's been on your show.
Mm-hmm. Don't call me Shirley. Jay, Major Kill is pretty hot.
Ooh, that's true. I love he's got a bunch of pictures of himself naked holding various models in front of his junk.
Ah, that's fun.
And his silver YouTube play button.
That's extra fun.
Monitor, I spilled a bunch of cement plastic cement on my cutting mat and erased all the grids. Yep. And it comes in. It's because y'all are speaking my nostalgia language tonight.
Ah, there you
I
go.
do. I avoided the Jackass movies for a long time because I thought, I don't care about skateboarding. It's dumb. It's going to be stupid. And when I finally watched it, I was like, I couldn't breathe from laughing.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about those guys and the dumb stunts and everything. It just is unbelievably funny.
Mm-hmm. Oberon Jenkins wins Hot Ones mini painting coming out.
Or we're drinking spicier and spicier washes.
Disco. Nick, buy Jay a larger paintbrush.
That's true. I probably could be using a larger brush. But this is a Rosemary & Co. number 4. I'll try. I don't have that many big brushes actually.
The distraction. Gordon Ramsay was the biggest wuss on Hot Ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, I bet. He's got to uphold his brand though.
Mm-hmm. These hot wings are shit.
Mm-hmm. He's really funny on TikTok. He'll duet people, so they're like making like disgusting sandwiches, and he'll react to it. It's very funny.
Somebody else took him, and they edited his voice onto Ratatouille.
Ah, that's fun. Matthew Cheeseman. Microsol, Microset, Russian roulette.
Joey Flores, just dip it in wood stain.
Yeah. Dip it in wood stain.
Personally, I think Rosemary & Co. are not as good as Raphael brushes. Wouldn't know. Never tried Raphael. I found, though, that I've not noticed much difference between the different good paintbrushes. They're all pretty good. Eventually, it just it's not about the brush, but how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
Krager. I just read the dislike thing. Why are we wanting dislikes? If you have to ask, you're not a true EOB fan.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if I need to like update my computer, give my computer a restart, but it doesn't show me live how many likes and dislikes there are. It only shows me that I have disliked the video. And so it says 0 likes and then 1 dislike. And I'm sure it's not that way. I'm sure there's way more dislikes.
Corbin the Blood Angel. What's your favorite Dreadnought character? Also, fuck Fulgrim. Who's the Space Wolves guy? Is it Bjorn, who's been in a Dreadnought since the Emperor of Mankind ruled off the Golden Throne? Happy Heretic. Obviously, the best brushes are going to be the new ones Games Workshop's making. They look like brushes. They're synthetic. If they come out at a competitive price point, they'll probably be great. They probably won't, though. They'll probably be really expensive for what you get.
Everyone's been updating me on the dislikes, which I appreciate. 8 likes, 35 dislikes. Thank you. I'll have to give my computer a restart or something. I don't know. This whole week, it's been this way.
Well,
I do see how many are watching, but I don't see how many dislikes. Do you think we can get to... Okay, 50 dislikes is the most dislikes we've gotten. Do you think we can get more than 50?
I think we can get to more than 50. We're painting Star Wars.
I want to get 69. That's what I want to get.
I gotta go take a piss.
Oh my goodness. Power Surge. So you gonna play Resident Evil 8? Both you or Nick? Nope. I know. I don't think we're going to. I don't think we have much time for that. But I mean, I haven't played 1 through 7. Jesse Nicoletti, you want beef and broccoli this late at night? I don't know what that means. I had Chinese food today, and it had beef and broccoli. And I also have some cheesecake, which definitely goes with Chinese food. Yep, that all works together. This is one of the fastest draws on the West. Lucky you bet. You eat cheesecake? Not that kind.
Jeez, man. Squidmar has brushes, but I'm waiting for 100% grass-fed, organic, free-range Brent hair brushes.
Oh my god. You don't need to play any Resident Evil to understand any game. It's like Seasons of American Horror Story. Power Surged asked if we were going to play Resident Evil 8.
I've never played a Resident Evil game in my life.
That's what I said.
But definitely going to play 8. I'm super excited.
Oh, I lied then.
No, I have no idea. I'm sure they're fun. I like horror. I played Five Nights at Freddy's. That was a horror game of similar quality.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, a game that takes 30 seconds to download for free versus, the newest, AAA title. It's the same thing.
Call me Shirley. Jay got cake in the back. Well, that's kind of rude that you don't talk about my cake. Prussian Blue. Nick, could I get feedback on my Trader Guardsman? I mean, you can make this happen.
Where's my phone? Ah, there it is.
Where is it? Is it work in progress? I guess it's work in progress. Gotta turn off the old
Prussian blue, Prussian blue, Prussian blue, blue, blue. Prussian blue. It looks like a kit bash.
Yeah.
It's a guardsman with a chainsaw. For Prius Vorn. Yeah, that would work.
Mm.
It looks like he's got one of the pilot heads. Neat.
What kind of gun does Pius Warren have?
A chainsaw, a flamethrower that can shoot
Flamethrower
flames.
chainsaw. Ah, that's fun.
Oh yeah, I got me a little Pius Vorn.
Oh, it's an EOB complete.
Michael Spitz. I'm a croissant man myself.
But dude, Nick don't have cake. He's got a whole bakery. There we go. Trying to get the motor running. Do you think that you would collect the two other Tin Boys if they popped up?
If there was a deal, it'd be kind of fun to have the set. I'm not super worried. I think I got the best one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I would agree.
It would be cute to have.
I mean,
all three.
The Elder one's pretty fun too.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's going to be something I keep my eye out for. Spitz. Jay, you forgot to paint the cockpit. Oh, I got plans for that cockpit. Giant pit full of cocks.
Ooh.
That's the official terminology. If you look up in any airplane manual.
Mm-hmm. Pit of cocks?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And they just shorten it down to cockpit?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why is it called a cockpit?
That is a good question. Maybe because I get maybe the person who named it just hated pilots.
Mm-hmm.
Like all those cocks just sitting there. Would be a good derogatory name.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Line Guy, just watching tonight. Normally I paint along, but the hobby desk is disassembled. We have to move, and for some reason my wife feels that a clean desk is the way to go.
Your wife knows nothing. Paint on the floor.
That's true. Just stand.
Just go. She has to go, Mr. Lion Guy.
Yeah, clearly. Power surge. Isn't it obvious? It's low, it sticks out, and you have to hold on to it.
Jerry Flores. Nah, probably the creator of the plane had a wife asking if they could pilot, and he looked at her smugly and said, nah, this is the cockpit. Exactly.
Don't call me Shirley. You ever seen a grown man naked before? Good old airplane. Alright, so what did I use? I used a bunch of Cadian flesh tone, a little bit of chocolate brown, and a little bit of corn red.
So you're recreating that top color again?
Yeah. Just Nicolette just had a mini flashback to the old deodor and grab tank. A small part of me wants to make an old school Space Marine army.
Mm.
with some deodorant tanks and all the old minis. There's someone on eBay. I don't know if it's still available, but somebody was selling like a full, probably 2,000 points of old metal Space Marines, and they wanted like $5,000.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That sounds about right.
And here comes a nervous. Yes. First time? No, I've been nervous lots of times.
Mm-hmm. Kino Kinetis. Cock used to be used to describe a boat, so the steering part of a boat was the pit of the cock, ergo cockpit. Ooh, I like that beat.
Pretty close. Probably needs a little bit more tan.
Mm.
Got to use up this Cadian flesh tone on something.
Cadians, obviously. You got to use them on your Cadians.
Don't call me Shirley. I like my coffee black, like my men.
Don't we all?
Airplane is is full of great lines. Airplane 2 sucks.
Just go. What is that top color, Jay?
It's Cadian flesh tone, corn red. No, it's Cadian flesh tone. Yeah, it's Cadian flesh tone, corn red, and chocolate brown.
There you go.
Thinking, all right, so this took about an hour. I bet I can get all the colors laid out on the body done today.
There you go.
And then the next time I'll probably do the weathering, some of the finer details, and then it'll be time to move on to the guys, all of the passengers and the pilot. I do kind of want to keep all of this Legion stuff to like quick, easier paint jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Except for probably the heroes. I'll probably really labor over all of the like the named characters and HQs.
Mm. Makes sense. I mean, I think you're doing that because you just want to play the game.
Oh yeah, super. And because I feel like these models they just paint up. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the exact experience I had painting up the dewback.
Oh yeah.
It's just fun. Just came together.
Let's go. Am I the only paint nerd that keeps a journal with his paint formulas?
Honestly, that's smart.
That's smart.
I should be doing that.
Aggressive. Like my paintbrush water aggressively stirred.
Gonna need tons and tons and tons of this Formula P3 Sanguine Base, which is a very good color to go under reds. It's kind of a red-brown with just a hint of purple so it doesn't look like poop.
Perfect. How many dislikes do we have? Do we have 50 yet? If we don't have 50, I'm going to start screaming. Just go shake that shit, Jay. Wow.
Yeah. Disco, I found it to be a reference when you wonder how you painted X back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then I get lucky and I'm like, oh, I painted it on camera.
Yeah, that is true. Remember, yeah, like the Gene Stealers.
Mm-hmm.
You just watched your Gene Stealer tutorial.
Yep.
All right, Andy claims to be a 42. Akino Kanori says 40.
We're nice and close though. If anyone hasn't left a downvote.
Exactly. We'll hit 50 by the end of tonight's.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
definitely. But I mean, you know,
we're barely an hour in, or we're a little over an hour in.
Is it too much to ask for 50,000 downvotes?
Yeah.
Is that really so much to ask for?
Exactly.
Everybody make 19 Google accounts. Let's get on this.
Exactly. What color are the seats gonna be?
Gray.
What color is the engine that's open gonna be?
Gray.
What color is the other seat gonna be?
Gray.
That's good. All right, now we're at 45.
I mean, we may not get the views of some other top streamers, but we get way more dislikes than them.
Oh my god. I know. I saw a little bit of a Midwinter Minis live stream. You didn't have any dislikes.
What?
I know.
What is he even doing?
I know. I disliked it. Don't you worry.
Good.
I wanted to show my support. Happy Heretic. Why haven't you painted the black part yet?
The black part?
Yeah.
What's the black part?
I don't know. But why haven't you painted it yet?
I don't know if I plan on painting. I mean, I'm gonna paint like the guns black.
Yeah. Why haven't you painted the guns yet?
I'm gonna put some black washes on over the grays.
Yeah.
Boy, how does Sarastro get all of this color so buttery smooth, and he doesn't even use a wet palette?
Wow.
I wonder if he just layer upon layer upon layer.
Probably. A 1,000 thin coats. You got Duncan beat.
Matthew Cheeseman, I can't believe the trouble the guy that designed the Death Star exhaust system. It's an exhaust. It blows out. Impressive. Only size of a womp rat, really. Benjamin Reynolds, what guns? It's gonna have 2 crew members with guns, and it has a gun that's mounted on the hood.
A hood gun.
Matthew Cheeseman, I hope they call the twins Gork and Mork.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go take a pee. I'll be right back.
I do like the new orcs. I don't know if I love the new orcs, though. I like them a lot. They're just so different looking. And I'm gonna be doing a Speed Freaks orc army with lots and lots of bikes and buggies and a couple battle wagons and some trucks. And I don't know if there's really room. I feel like the cavalry units are gonna be a little bit redundant when I have 30 bikes on the field. I don't know if they're the perfect fit for my army. Don't call me Shirley. Where's R2 gonna go? This is there's no Luke, Obi-Wan, R2, and C-3PO. This is a rebel vehicle. Happy Heretic. This vehicle is the Star Wars equivalent of a beat-up old pickup truck with a machine gun mounted on the back. Actually, it's basically the Star Wars equivalent of like a souped-up Honda Civic. You know, a pretty good car that you can put a spoiler on for some reason. Don't call me Schleiss. I mean, the ISIS whip. I mean, a little bit. Benjamin Reynolds. Honda Civics don't go 700 miles per hour. Clearly, you've never put the pedal to the metal. I remember watching Star Wars Rebels, which is I don't like that much. But there was one episode where it was very odd, and I felt like the Rebels participated in bad terrorism. But there's a small mining operation that mines probably Tabana gas, is usually the gas resource of the Star Wars world. And the people who mine it are all Rhodions, the same species that Greedo is. And at the end of the and even though they do fill up Imperial spaceships, it's like a site where Imperial ships dock, they get refueled, and then they go on their way. And at the end of the episode, they blow up the entire facility. And I thought, well, were those people really like they weren't stormtroopers? They were just employees, right? Like, I'm sure they didn't get a choice whether to take on an Imperial contract or not.
That's what I always say.
So it just seems a little bit like the bad terrorism. Oh my gosh, don't call me Shirley. Jay, don't you remember the Yoda Rebels is looking good? Oh, Rebels Yoda.
Top 10 Yodas, I would say.
Can you just say the bad terrorism? Well, like the Rebels participate in terrorism. That's like their whole thing. But their terrorism is like, stealing weapons to fight the Empire, or stealing X-wings, or terrorism blowing up stormtroopers. Yeah, good terrorism. Good terrorism means you blew up stormtroopers.
Right.
Joy Flores. I think they were forced labor, but yeah, Star Wars Rebels has 2 highs and the rest lows. Yeah, Rebels is... It's alright. I watched the first 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. It's not inconceivable. I'll get to the other seasons. Well, the NSA just flagged the stream.
Perfect. Leave a downvote.
Yeah.
Please. NSA. Flimbo the Dude. Have you guys ever gotten any fan art of you guys? It would be interesting to see you guys as something 40K related. Just curious.
Nope.
No. Although I want to be a grot. Whatever the fan art is, I want to be a grot.
All right, but real talk though, if someone wants to do fan art, make Nick a Tau.
No. I want to be the grot that's on the squig with the wheel from the new set. That's what I want to be. That would be a hilarious fan art. In
the book Brutal Cunnin, the warbot or the Knob's mech buddy has a wheel for legs.
Yeah, I love it. I think honestly, like after seeing that model, there should be more models that have that. Mm-hmm. It is a lot of fun.
AGCU, hello there. Prussian blue. All right, fourth time. Nick, you looked at the wrong model. I mean, the one in EOB completes. Ah, okay. Well, you gotta. If you want us to look at something, you gotta be super specific. We don't want to hunt at all.
Not even a little huntage. All right.
UB completes.
Is it? There we go. It's like at like 2 p.m. today. You gotta scroll up a bit.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I saw these. Yeah, they're great.
Mhm.
Good colors. I like the blood. I like that the base does a really good job of complementing the models.
Oh yeah.
Very good base work.
Love that blood chain axe.
Mm-hmm.
Chain sword. There we go. I know my terms.
Very, very good. Very good work on the eyes.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking. I do not think I could paint eyes that well. It's hard to paint eyes.
Don't call me Shirley. It's all fun and games until AK Interactive releases a terrorism kit.
Oh yeah.
Haven't they already done that?
I mean,
Oh,
basically.
AK Interactive. What a bunch of geese.
You're a goose.
Isn't it great when you have like a 25-year-old playing 9?
Yeah, it works. Man, there's a movie of that show. Do you think the movie's good, or do you think it's boring as fuck? 'Cause,
The movie's
geez,
probably
the play
pretty
is-
good.
The play's pretty boring.
I mean, it's probably not like a great movie, but
I bet the movie makes more sense than our dumb play that we did.
Oh, for sure. How would it not be?
Remember when she took a play that definitely should have been set in the 1930s and moved it into the 1950s?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, theater.
Theater. It's art. ZB. What do you do when parts of the model are like blobbed together and the detail is gone?
I guess you paint it all black and then you pick out the detail as best you can.
It's a good idea.
And the black just becomes your shadows, and whatever you can manage to pick out gets picked out.
Sometimes, because sometimes like maybe there's models I'm painting currently. I don't know what the hell certain things are.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's helpful to look at some art, some either like the box art, or maybe what other people did, to know what is what.
There we go. Flimbo the Dude, I was asking because I actually might do some fan art, and yes, Nick, I'll make you a Grotz, and then I'll make Nick an Orc Boy. And a Tau.
I'd love to be a little grot. Can I have dental equipment?
Don't call me Shirley. Jay, idea on the base, you put a stormtrooper getting run over. Well, I feel like it's not that bad to get run over by a hover tank. Because doesn't it just kind of float over you?
That's a good question. What if whatever the hoverinator is like pushing a lot of force down to keep the craft up?
Yeah, maybe. Matthew Cheeseman, both my suggestions will melt plastic if really caked on for a while. Simon the Lobotomized Monkey, I need help. Is my army painter ash gray supposed to smell like peanut sauce? Probably. There's a lot of paints out there with the weird smells.
Yep, Leia has a bunch of them. Joey Flores, I would think the hover mechanism pushing down would crush someone. Maybe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't really know, though. I don't know how it works.
I mean, we could find out. I've got the books.
Yeah, that is true. Does this explain stuff like that?
It does.
Wow.
It does. It goes into the fake-ass science about it.
That's fun.
What do you think, chat? Should I go get one of my Star Wars books?
Ooh.
And we'll get to the bottom of this. I think we should do it even if everyone says no.
Exactly. Alex Smith, who would win in a shootout? 10 Imperial Stormtroopers or 10 Orc Boys?
I mean, the Stormtroopers, they have bad aim because, like, the principal characters can't die immediately. I think Stormtroopers are actually supposed to be pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. They would probably be fine.
Mm-hmm. Like, they probably have better aim than Orcs. Because, like, Orcs don't even aim.
Mm-hmm. Joey Flores tips. Do you like rap? Do it. I think with that, you better go grab your book.
Corbin, the Blood Angel, any good Netflix recommendations? I think all of Star Trek is on Netflix. Not a bad pick. If you want a movie, The Ritual. I think I brought it up in the last Models of Memories. Good horror movie.
Mods and Mems.
Mm-hmm.
The Do You Like Rap? That's a classic Eons of Battle joke.
Mm-hmm.
Really a Patreon-only joke.
All right,
really
speaking of, I think I'll get my book.
Ooh-wee. I'm pretty sure. I would assume there's gotta be some sort of force pushing down that makes it float. You know, I don't know how else it would work. Because then you got those 3 engines pushing you forward. Don't Call Me Shirley. On Netflix, either Love, Death, Robots or Buster Scruggs. Andy Crimson, y'all should check out the Color Out of Space. That's some crazy horror there. Simon, the lobotomized monkey. Sad to see that Jay isn't in his jorts. I know. Y'all gotta ask him about his jorts when he comes back. I mean, did he make the jorts? What's going on? I also want to see these jorts. Maybe he's gonna be back with his jorts. I'm hoping. Are you wearing jorts?
All right.
There you are.
I got the 1995 and the 2010.
Perfect.
But I think we'll start with 1995.
Everyone's wondering where your jorts are.
Oh, they're coming.
And why you're not wearing them right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've read both these books. I don't remember exactly. I think... Yeah, here we go. There's the Lars family speeder.
Anyone else have any theories before we figure it out? I think Joey Flores and I are on the same wavelength.
Alex Smith, I have a basing question. Do you like to make the base before you put the model on or after if it's already based? I'm about to make Imperial Guard. Boy, it depends. I find I usually base it before, and then I just prime and paint everything together. But it can definitely be easier depending on how you're going to base things. Like if you want to do like a marble base, way easier to do it separate. Basically, if your base is just going to be like one color, a wash, and a dry brush, just do it before. But if you're going to do something real fancy and interesting, then probably do it separate. All right, Star Wars, Luke Skywalker's Landspeeder, the Soro Sub X-34 Landspeeder. While Luke Skywalker daydreamed about piloting Imperial fighters, his youth was spent working on his uncle's moisture farm in the deserts of Tatooine. As he faced a constant regiment of repairing old moisture evaporators, Luke's greatest joy came from racing through Beggar's Canyon on his T-16 Skyhopper, and from piloting his old Landspeeder through the deserts at speeds considered excessive by anyone's standards. Luke argued with his Uncle Owen Lars to get permission to buy his speeder. As Uncle Owen asked Luke to take on more and more responsibilities on the farm, Luke reasoned that he needed a way to get to all the Vaporator ranges quickly. He argued that it would be practical to have a second Landspeeder in the household. Of course, Owen knew the truth. Luke wanted a speeder to joyride with his friends. A waste of money, was Owen's only comment. Finally, Aunt Beru convinced her husband to allow Luke to purchase the speeder. Owen went along and gave the old brown Soro Sub X-34 a good once-over and offered begrudging approval. Luke purchased the Landspeeder for 2,400 credits. While the speeder's body was scratched and dented, Luke was more concerned about whether it was at least as fast as the speeders his friends Derek and Fixer owned. After all, it wouldn't look good to let one of his friends beat him in a race. It wasn't long before turbines cowling, computer circuits, and repulsor generator parts littered the floor of the Lars family garage. Uncle Owen left Luke to himself, figuring that he was learning mechanical skills that would make him a better moisture farmer. Luke's Landspeeder was traditional in most respects. Its open cockpit had a retractable Duraplex windscreen and seats for a driver and passenger. A pair of droids could be secured to the back panels over the repulsor lift field generator. Cargo space was limited to whatever could be stashed in the passenger side footwells. Controls consisted of a steering wheel and foot pedals, a simple scanner operated by the passenger or set on autoscan, navigation and traffic information, and allowed Luke to track down the runaway astromech droid R2-D2. Powered by the standard repulsor lift or anti-grav engine, the Landspeeder hovered 1 meter above the ground. Thrust was generated by a trio of turbine engines. Fed by the repulsor lift engine with a top speed of about 250 kilometers per hour. Every old vehicle has a few quirks, and Luke's Landspeeder was no exception. He finished patching up the repulsor lift, floated just a couple of days before R2-D2 and C-3PO came into his life, but the left turbine's engines covering coils wires were constantly burning out, indicating a faulty power regulator. Still, despite the long hours of repair, the Landspeeder gave Luke something priceless: freedom and excitement.
Adorable.
It didn't go into how... It said anti-gravity.
Anti-gravity.
Which sounds like it just floats.
Yeah. It sounds like it's magic.
The 2010 might have some more answers.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Simon the lobotomized monkey. I love story time.
Yeah! Ooh, you know what? This might be way better because this doesn't get into a specific Landspeeder. It gets into all Landspeeders. Star Wars story time. Lucky Bat. Luke has friends. Yeah, Biggs Darklighter, who goddamn dies during the trench run. All right. If airspeeders are among the most common atmospheric craft in the galaxy, then landspeeders are certainly the most widespread ground vehicles. Small repulsor lift craft that float about a meter above the ground, most landspeeders are designed as short-range civilian transports, an excellent alternative to the more expensive airspeeders. Landspeeders, also known as skimmers or floaters, are especially useful on sparsely populated worlds such as Tatooine. As with airspeeders, landspeeders are relatively simple in design. A low-grade repulsor lift engine provides a small amount of lift. A variety of devices, from air thrusters to engine turbines, can be installed to generate forward thrust, the controls of which generally just include a steering wheel and a series of foot pedals, and are easy to master. A rudimentary onboard computer and scanner system provides navigational aid, and these scanners can be configured to detect life forms, obstacles, or even runaway astromech droids.
So it has Google Maps.
It does have Google Maps.
That's good.
Countless companies manufacture landspeeders, although Soro Sub and Mobet Swoop and speeders are among the leaders of this category. Shortly before the Battle of Yavin, future Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker owned a Soro Sub X-34 landspeeder. While the X-34 was considered outdated at the time, it was nevertheless a popular choice on temperate worlds due to its open cockpit and retractable retractable Duraplex windscreen. While the X-34 was very limited storage and passenger space, the V-35 Courier was designed as a family vehicle. Owen and Baru Lars, Luke's foster parents, owned one of these practical Landspeeders, which they used for trips into Anchorage or to visit other moisture farmers. The Courier is inexpensive and reliable, but Luke frowned upon the vehicle because of its low top speed of only 100 kilometers per hour.
Yeah,
The V-35 has an extremely large repulsor lift engine that dominates the craft. A series of 3 rectangular thrust turbines are mounted atop the vehicle and remain open to air for cooling purposes. Capable of carrying 3 humanoids in relative comfort, the V-35 also has large cargo holds located behind the passenger seats. The V-35 was actually introduced several decades prior to the use of the Lars family. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi used one of these vehicles during a mission to Ord Mantell, for instance, about 5 standard years before the Battle of Naboo. Despite the V-35's age, Luke and Owen were able to keep the Lars family speeder in excellent condition through routine maintenance and occasional upgrades. Both the V-35 Courier and the X-34 have fallen out of favor by the Battle of Yavin, as Luke discovered when he tried to sell his battered Landspeeder to buy passage off of Tatooine. At the time, the most popular Landspeeder models included the Bespin Motors Void Spider X TX3, the Uberkan 9000, Z001, and the highly advanced Mobec Deluxe. On Tatooine, Luke's X-34 had been largely replaced by Sub-Zero's new model, the XP-38s.
Honestly, very cute.
Mm-hmm. Because of the Landspeeder's versatility and accessibility, it has always been part of the military motors pool. The Naboo Royal Security Force used both the agile flash speeders and the sturdy gain speeders, both military versions of Sub-Zero's civilian vehicles. During the Galactic Civil War, the Grand Admiral Thrawn's campaign, Imperial officers orchestrated battles from the Chariot LAV command speeder. The Rebel Alliance deployed a fairly large Aero 23 transport Landspeeder, which carried 2 crew and 5 passengers. Boop. I'm going to guess, since it says anti-gravity, they just float magically.
Although, as Prussian Blue says, repulsor lift really sounds like it repulses off the ground, suggesting it projects force downward to stay afloat.
Did it say anti-gravity? It said both.
It was different in each book.
Yeah. I think, though, the thing that... So it hovers... But I think its anti-gravity lets it hover, and then its giant-ass turbines make it move forward.
Yes.
I know the real one was just a car, and they actually put panes of glass underneath to hide the wheels.
So if there is a person in front of it, would it just float above the person, or would it?
No, I think it would smack them pretty hard, and then if they dropped to the ground, they would be floated over.
Okay.
Well, you know what? We have a little bit of in-movie stuff to go on. In the best Star Wars movie, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, when the MTTs are driving through the swamps of Naboo, Jar Jar and Qui-Gon Jinn fall to the ground, and the giant MT tree droid transport floats over them, leaving them completely unharmed. Assuming that they use a very similar technology, I think that suggests that you would not get harmed.
Interesting.
Matthew Cheeseman, I don't believe in books. I get all my facts from random people on Twitter. They write in caps so that I know that what they say is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Joey Flores, sounds like they're too afraid to confirm that anyone who gets under one of these Landspeeders will be turned to paste.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Reynolds from Google, Repulsor Lift has a technology that allows a craft to hover or even fly over a planet's surface by pushing against its gravity, producing thrust. Disco, sound your logic is. Joey Flores. Well, darn, I forgot that Jar Jar scene. Jar Jar continues to ruin Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky Bet. How much is a credit worth in modern U.S. dollar? Boy, that's a good question. 2,500 is not many for a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Republic credits? Republic credits are no good out here. I need something more real.
Good old Star Wars reading time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we know everything we need to know.
We do. We know that Luke had a lot of fun with his Landspeeder.
Exactly. But it was a bitch to get working.
Mm-hmm.
But he got it all worked out. Which is very, very good.
The older books, from the 90s, although a little bit outdated, they're a lot of fun. Like they talk about...
Do you think that they're more fun than the newer ones?
I don't know. They're different. The newer ones definitely get a little bit more technical.
Mm.
But the older ones, like they talk about like the war that happened between companies making R2-D2 droids.
Ah, that is fun.
Which is really fun. So there's a lot of similarities. I mean, they're both covering all the same topics.
Mm-hmm.
I think either of them, either the 2000s ones or the 90s ones, they're both worth your time. Mm-hmm. Also, you can buy them for like $3 or $4 online. Corbin the Blind Angel. So we talked about Space Marines' penises, but what about Eldars? I think Eldar probably have normal dicks.
They're probably big.
And they're probably little. Eldar is slender.
Slender dicks. I'm pretty sure I played that game as a kid. Oh no, Slender Man.
ZB, I wish they would make a good Star Wars movie with practical effects and animatronics. I think that's all Star Wars movies have practical effects and animatronics.
I mean, didn't they even do that in 7?
They did. And 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm. The Porgs were real, right?
The Porgs are real. That little fella who hacked into C-3PO's brain was real.
Ah.
I mean, some Porgs were real. Some Porgs were fake.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Porg.
Joy Furs. Well, if Luke's Landspeeder used goes for around 2.5 thousand, and then in our universe, similar to a Ford Fiesta, it would run about $2.5 to $3,000. So one credit equals $1.
Amazing.
Don't call me Shirley. In Battlefront 2, you can run people over with your hover car, and in Lego Star Wars, people get flattened. So interesting. Although in Battlefront 1, you can't run people over.
Oh my god.
Which one is real?
Oh, goodness. Holy cats.
Benjamin Reynolds. Which Porg was real? Some of them. The Yoda was real. The Yoda puppet. From 9. A lot of the aliens in the Maz Kanata bar were real. BB-8 was often real, although he was also often fake.
Mm-hmm. BB-8's really cool.
He is.
I have him in Lego. I love that Lego.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good, and it's a fun kit to put together.
Yeah.
And it's a toy, which makes it even more fun.
Mm-hmm. I like that you can turn his head and he does the little lighter thumbs up. I want to figure out. I made myself a Lego BB-9E, the evil version, and I like it. But if I could make any modifications, I'd like to figure out a way where you turn his head and a gun sticks out the front.
That'd be really fun.
Joey Flores, the infamous Babu Frick. You mean? Yeah. Happy Heretic. Disney told everyone that the Porgs were animatronic because they didn't want anyone to know they had bred them through a series of fiendish genetic experiments.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, they're a few weeks away from a real life Jar Jar Binks.
Mm-hmm. They're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Cheeseman, to be fair, neither of the elder sexes come off as attractive on the models. Maybe that's why no update. Games Workshop 4D chess move.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Games Workshop doesn't really make sexy models.
No, not really.
So, men or women, which is fine.
Prussian bleu. Okay. Best looking Star Wars clone Stormtrooper armor. I say the Bark Trooper stuff. I like the AT-RT driver or the Commander Taruma. I would say, if we're going with movies, I really like the Snow Troopers and the... they're not Republic Commandos. They're Republic... There's a clone version of the Snow Trooper that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'd say Snow Troopers. Happy Heretic. My paint water looks like pink lemonade.
Simon the lobotomized monkey, drink it, coward. I agree. You should drink it. If it looks like pink lemonade, it probably tastes like pink lemonade.
Benjamin Reynolds, do you think those manly sisters' faces are hot? I think it's all about the paint job. I think all the sisters' faces are completely fine. I think it's all about the paint job.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And if you want proof, I mean, just look at Zumakito.
Yeah.
You know, if you you go watch a Zumakit video and him painting some sisters, because they look great.
I mean, for some reason, Games Workshop tries to hit a middle ground between, like, painted really well, but also painted in a way that someone might actually be able to paint it like the box art.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, you know, for years and years and years and years, they've been painting male faces poorly.
Yes.
Hasn't been a big deal, though, until they started painting women's faces poorly.
That is true. Happy Heretic. It does not taste like pink lemonade. Simon the lobotomized monkey. Oh no, did I just do a peer pressure? You did, and you're guilty. I helped though. Prussian blue. Games Workshop doesn't make sexy models. Ahem. Demonettes.
I mean, not lately.
Not lately.
Back in the Disney, they had their titties out.
Right. And I
now
mean,
they're just like they're monstrous people.
The disgusting looking slave models that they had. Those are pretty bad.
Yeah. The Krager. Are y'all seriously saying that Mortarion, demon Primarch of Nurgle, isn't sexy? ZB, I mean less CGI. I feel like all the Star Wars movies have been always. I mean, obviously the original ones didn't have CGI because it wasn't invented yet. But I actually feel like the look of every Star Wars movie is pretty great, even the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
The looks and the stuff and the planets.
That's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
I think. The world is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
The stories are sometimes a little. Happy Heretic. Well, I'm off for the night. Later, Gators. Confirmed. Happy Heretic is a Gator.
Mm-hmm. He's checking himself into rehab for drinking paint water.
Yeah, I got a problem.
Benjamin Reynolds, the lasers were always CGI. I don't think so. I don't think they were computer-generated effects. I know the way they did the lightsabers was they would take the film cells and they would physically cut out the blade, and then they would shine a bright light and then re-expose the film. And that's how they did lightsabers in the original movies. They might have had... it's possible they could have had some very early CGI in, like, Return of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. Happy Mitty. Good luck filming a big crowd these days without CGI. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the perfect use for it.
Well, didn't they isn't it in episode 1, didn't they use a bunch of, God, what is it?
Q-tips.
Q-tips with paint on it?
Yeah, for the crowd at the pod race.
Yeah.
They built a full-size set. They actually built full-size sets, I think, for all 3 prequels. Mm-hmm. But they had Q-tips that were like dyed different colors, and then there was like one of those fans that pivots back and forth, mm-hmm. and it would just make all the Q-tips jump, and that's how they made the crowd. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a million little great stories like that. Like there's just a couple of quick shots of Naboo, and you can see waterfalls in the distance, and they were not computer-generated waterfalls because the computers could not render out water. Mm-hmm. That much water that early, and so they were actually pouring salt onto like backdrops of velvet.
That's amazing.
And then they edited that into the waterfalls. Yeah, I mean, Star Wars movies have always been about pushing the envelope in terms of filmmaking. Mm-hmm. I mean, The Mandalorian is now the biggest thing in the world because of they've invented like the 360 LED filmable panels. Mm-hmm. So they actually film a lot of their digital stuff in camera. Mm-hmm.
Which is great, and like hearing about it with the actors love it. So
yeah.
It feels like they're there. So it is pretty cool. Simon the lobotomized monkey, I gotta take a second to compliment this freehanding.
Ooh, thank you.
Corbin the Blood Angel, do nids have dicks?
I mean, probably not.
I don't think so.
They reproduce by just generating new units out of blobs of flesh.
But the ones that I have do.
Yeah.
I green sculpted them on.
Prussian Blue. So, Skitari Vanguard suffer rotting teeth and shit from radiation. Why the hell aren't they just augmented to not, suffer extreme radiation poisoning? I mean, they do. They are augmented. They have robotic arms and robotic legs and robotic heads. So I think they are designed to be able to withstand the radiation of their own weaponry.
So they have robotic heads, but their teeth rot out?
I don't know where this teeth rotting out thing came from. I've read the Skitari Codex. I don't remember it going into, because I think it is their heads. Like it's not just their, it's not just a mask. Mm-hmm.
Prussian Blue. No, those are Skitari Rangers.
Oh. Well, do the Skitari Vanguard carry radiation guns? Also, they still look like they have metal heads. I mean, they are a little bit more helmet-looky, but I don't know.
Corpin the Blood Angel. Wait, so orcs can just make their dicks bigger by thinking that it's bigger. Well, I don't think orcs have dicks either.
But that would work.
Yes.
That's my fiance's penis.
Ah,
It's one of my favorite lines from anything.
I want to watch that movie again. God.
Matthew Cheeseman, Star Wars blasters were made by dentists. Yeah, what Star Wars and dentistry have in common? They're both fictitious.
Ooh-wee. You got him.
And Crimson, they wear their weak flesh isn't designed for the rads. They're just accelerating their surgical dates. So the Skitarii Rangers wear helmets. Well, maybe their helmets protect them from the radiation.
That's true.
Benjamin Reynolds, this is a dentist-hating channel. You better
yeah.
believe it.
Don't believe in him. Yeah. The only thing that I was thinking about with my dentist grots that I want to make one day is what makes a dentist a dentist? You know, like I think we'd have to have some sort of a drill type contraption. Obviously, that would work. It'd be fun to make like a. It'd also be fun to be. It'd be fun to have it kind of be like a little diorama where there's a grot like tied down to a dentist chair, and then the grot's performing some sort of horrible surgery on him. That would be pretty funny. Like maybe one of the grot orderlies got smart enough to be able to become a dentist.
And the grot currency is teeth, so he can just pull teeth to pay himself.
Exactly. Don't call me Shirley. Fuck, marry, kill. Tau, Skitarii, Necrons.
Boy, that's hard. There's not a lot of good options in that list. I mean, Necrons have no soul, so probably not marry.
No. I think I would say marry Tau.
Yeah.
Fuck Skitarii
probably.
and kill Necrons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go. Benjamin Reynolds, the coat, the drill, and the mirror. Oh, the mirror. That's a fun one. And like the hooks. I don't like the hooks.
Oh, the hooks are nasty.
God, the hooks are like... Honestly, I'd rather have all of my teeth be drilled into than have the hooks be poking me. I do not like the hooks.
Yeah, the last time I got my teeth cleaned, the person helping me was very aggressive. Like my teeth were sore the next day, and that's never happened before.
You got hooked up.
Prussian Blue from the wiki. So much radiation bleeds out from a Skitarii Vanguard's war gear that foes in close proximity become weakened and fatigued. For non-Skitarii to be stationed in the same barracks is a death sentence. Well, it sounds like the Skitarii are immune. It sounds like other things.
There's more.
Oh, okay. The Vanguards themselves are theoretically safe inside their war plates, but on the rare occasion these warriors unscrew their helmets. The sight of their missing teeth and hairless, sore-pocketed skin tells the awful truth. It is a price they willingly pay, for the devotion to the machine gods is absolute. So they do get radiation poisoning, but it sounds like they're able to deal with it. Just by being horrible and disfigured and ugly. Don't call me Shirley. No one cares about 40K. This is a Star Trek channel. Yeah, we just read from the Star Trek lore.
The Star Trek lore.
Do 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 do.
Russian blue. They do die from the radiation eventually. It's just very slowly.
Yeah, but I assume very slowly. They probably just start replacing stuff because they think the flesh is weak, and so they probably take any opportunity to be like, "Oh, good, my lungs gave out, so I can have mechanical ones." Oh, good, my dick doesn't work. Now I get to have a metal one.
Been saying that for years.
That's the first thing to go, really. That's why all those Qatari want to join the Vanguard.
Disco, heavy-handed dental hygienists are the worst. I've been seeing the same dentist just for the hygienist. She has the softest touch.
Ooh, nice.
But you hate the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite the job to have, I feel like. Any dentists here? Also, how many dislikes do we have? I would assume that we're past 55. Or 50.
The Krager. Deep Space Nine is best Trek. Ranchu Goldfish. TNG. I'm a TNG man myself. I like TNG. It's the only one I've watched.
Russian blue. Disco has fallen for a dentist. It is true.
Andy Crimson. Reminds me of the time Aaron from Game Grumps screamed, "My dick's fallen off," while getting endlessly killed in Mario Maker.
Amazing.
Ooh, Simon the Bottomless Monkey. I'm thinking about buying a Captain Rex Legion model. Should I cave? Yeah. Legion models aren't that pricey, and Captain Rex is awesome. I love Clone Wars. I think the Clone Wars is the best Star Wars. I think Clone Wars is better than the OG Star Wars movies. It's gonna be my hot ass take.
Hot ass take. Criminal Blood Angel, 50. We're at 50 exactly.
Nice. Let's get it to 60.
Let's get it to 60.
Anyone listening has not left a dislike. It's just a click.
Just
a click. It means it's so little effort on your part, but it means so much to us.
Exactly.
We want to be the worst, the most disliked show on the internet.
Yep, and we're close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. My goal, of course, one day is 69. But it's 69 and then 420. But I think we're going to have to work up to the 420.
Ignis Anima. ABS. Clone Wars is the best. That's a based comment. So this is some new lingo for me. What does based mean? I've gotten that a couple times. Is based good? Is based bad?
Yeah, we just learned what lit means. And we're trying to figure out what fire means.
The Krager. Clone Wars is fine and all, but the holiday special is top tier. Oh, yeah, it is.
Disco. From this old guy, base sounds bad.
Uh-oh.
Prussian blue. Base means, well, you know, based your models.
Ah, good.
It probably doesn't mean that. Joey Flores. Well, educating yourself on new slang will make you a pog champ for sure. Exactly. And that's what we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Poggers.
Oh god, Jedi Rocks is horrendous. Ranch
I only
Goldfish.
like I only like jizz. The kind of music. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, the kind
That's
of
true.
music.
In Star Wars, fake jazz is called jizz.
Mm-hmm. Really, really good. Some good jizz.
Mm-hmm. Corbin the Blind Angel. Wait, do Imperial Guard have penises? Of course Imperial Guard has penises.
Oh yeah. All of them. Ah.
The Krager. The Ewok films are pretty boss too. No one's letting us, or no, not boss. I need to know what based means. Oh my goodness. Yeah, how on earth can the new Star Wars movies be bad when we have things like the holiday special, the Ewok movies? At worst, they can be disappointing.
Based is a slang term that originally meant to be addicted to crack cocaine or acting like you were.
So it's a good thing.
Based is all about being yourself and not caring what anyone else thinks.
Ah.
But you'll likely be pleased to know, at least in this instance, that based isn't something mean to call someone.
Ah. It just means that they are equivalent to addicted to cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, what was it? It wasn't cocaine. It was...
Base means being yourself.
Okay.
Not being scared of what people think about you. I don't know if any of this is true.
Oh, it would be so funny if it actually is like a horrible insult and they've just edited the wiki to throw everyone off.
Oh yeah. I mean that'd be way funnier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're slowly learning the new terms.
Don't call me Shirley. Don't forget, they said that the Force penetrates you. Oh, it does. It gets you right in the metachlorian.
ABS Forge. ABS Forge. That not caring what people think is probably the closest.
Mmm.
Perfect.
Just Nicoletti. Or Charlie Sheen.
We just learned a new word.
Yeah.
We just learned a new word. And now we're gonna use it all the time. Plumber the Dude. I'm back. Welcome back.
Today's broadcasts were brought to you by the slang term based.
Perfect.
Today's broadcasts were brought to you by the slang term poggers. And then Elmo says it to teach all the kids.
Oh, God. Remember way back in 8th grade? We would scream. It was me and one of our other friends, and we would talk like Elmo.
Yes.
And scream it on the playground.
Yep.
Yes. I have since lost that ability,
Mm-hmm.
but
But you've been
very
training.
funny. Yeah.
You've been doing Rocky montages to try to get that back.
Yeah. I don't think it can happen. I was a much littler boy back then.
When are we getting the hot and cold cover by Jay featuring Nick? And a very lucky flying mammal. Now you need to just use base the whole time in your next video.
Yeah.
Monitor base is a term most associated with internet incels. Ah, fun. Justin Nicoletti. Dude, Oscar the Grouch is a kill-a-can. Do it.
Oh, that's a fun idea.
Don't call me Shirley. Nick, fine. You're my little pog champ.
Simon the lobotomized monkey. Jay and Nick make an educational TV show for preschoolers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
And now the orc rips out the throat of the guardsman.
Mm-hmm. Repeat after me. The orc rips out the throat of the guardsman.
Yeah, repeat after me. The guard are frightened, but their commissar does a summary execution to get the men back in line.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say summary execution?
Can you say psychers are heresy? USA Libertarian. Based means pretty wizard Annie. Now that we understand.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah. It's pretty wizard.
I would love to do an interview with Lucas one day and just slip in. That's pretty wizard.
You should probably hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
How old is he? He must be in his 70s?
I don't know.
How old do you think he is?
I mean, he was a young man in 1977.
All right, give me an age.
I'm gonna say, yeah, probably 65s. I'm gonna guess he's a little younger than we think.
I'm gonna guess
65.
72.
65 is probably young, actually, way young.
I'm gonna guess 72.
Let's
look it up. George Lucas. Oh my God, he's 76.
Woof. Rage, you goldfish. I have a ton of Legion.
He's worth $9.48 billion.
Wow. All from his film THX 1138.
Exactly.
His most popular movie. Simon the Lobotomized Monkey. I'll try spinning. That's a pog champ. Don't call me Shirley. Robot Chicken Star Wars is better than normal Star Wars. They do a wonderful job of poking fun at the movies while still clearly loving the movies. They even like call out like weird moments in the original trilogy. Oh, Robot Chicken.
Jesse Nicoletti, any idea why Games Workshop can't restock the Cryptek Doom Stalker? because I don't think I want the Doomsday arc.
The Cryptek Doomstalker? Doomstalker. Or Canoptek Doomstalker? It'll come back in stock.
I said the wrong thing.
It's a relatively new model. Prussian Blue, is it bad I want the Blackstone Fortress cultists just for the heavy stubber to put on a Trader Guardsman because I love the look of them? Nah. And I mean, that kit's relatively inexpensive. I think it's like $25.
Don't call me Shirley. Can we stop talking about 40K? This is a dentist pee weight loss channel.
Yeah, it is.
We haven't talked about pee in a long time. And you know what? That's okay. We haven't gotten a are you filming in a different place on the stream yet. We're about to, because a bunch of people are going to say that. But are you filming in a different place?
Yes.
I don't recognize that piece of wood behind you. Cheesecake. Simon the lobotomized monkey. Oh, by the way, are you in a different place?
Power Surge. The most expensive bit I want is the skull of a Gothizar Harvester to use as my Wolfen Dreadnoughts. The skull of a Gothizar Harvester. Is that one of the skulls from the Games Workshop Skulls box? Some dude, weird question, but when did you guys meet?
8th grade.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, I knew that you existed before that. Because you were in band.
Yeah.
But I would say full-length conversations happened in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Canadians, you guys have the ability to make any surrounding look like a middle school workshop, wood shop. I don't really know what that means.
No, not really, but it sounds like fun. I did enjoy woodshop in middle school, or not middle school, high school. Although I did take, before I went to high school, I did take scroll saw lessons from the high school. I don't know why, but they were just doing like a scroll saw class.
Ah.
I think every child should get a scroll saw. You can't really hurt yourself. You can cut just about anything.
And like when they're like 2, 3?
Yeah, I would say about 2, 3. Maybe 14 months.
Start them young. Jesse Nicoletti. Jay, what did you play in band?
I played the flute.
I guess nobody gives a fuck about me.
No. Not even a little bit.
Simon, the lobotomized monkey. I want to make a war band of only crab models, but I can't imagine the new box will be cheap.
Oh yeah, it's a fun meme going around that no one cares about any of the releases except the fish and the crab.
Yeah. Oh my god, they're pretty great. Now, Joey Flores. Nick played the triangle. I bet money on it. Jesse Nicoletti. Okay, Nick, what about you? LOL. Akita Gane's. Nick, what did Jay play in band? Oh, I love that. I played the trumpet.
ABS Forge, like a bandsaw? I want one for my workshop, but I don't trust the guy I work with to not rip into the blade or trip into the blade. No, a scroll saw is a very small reciprocating saw. It's basically like a jigsaw built into a little table. But they're not dangerous. You could cut yourself, but it only cuts on the down. And even at high speeds, like your reaction is pretty good. Even if it catches you, you're probably going to yank your hand out of there before it's reciprocated and then gone in for another cut.
Yeah. It's no bandsaw.
No,
bandsaw
will cut your fingers off faster than you can feel it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, bandsaws are real scary.
USA Libertarian. Some people get hung up on Luke kissing his sister, but the thing is, she was hot.
Oh, goodness.
Doomslayer, nice line work on the speeder. Masking tape? No, just... You guys not been here? Just been painting it.
Monitor, I was a trumpet guy before. I said, fuck all that, and started playing percussion.
Percussion looks like fun. The only problem is you can't really play a song.
Xylophone.
Xylophone? Yeah, it's true. I really like the flute because you can just play. You can play anything recognizably. I was pretty good at noodling. I was pretty bad in band, but if I heard a song, I could probably play a bad version of it.
And that's really like what you wanted to do, right? You wanted to be a you wanted to be a noodler.
Yeah.
You know, you can make a lot of money being a noodler.
Don't come and show you. Bagpipes are the best.
I don't think you were there because it was a jazz band concert. So there was two jazz bands, right? And so Jazz 2 was playing, and I don't know how they did this, but you know, there's always a solo section, so people are playing solos, and a bunch of people decided to play as part of their solo to play the John Cena.
Do 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 do.
A few of them did it during a real concert.
That is amazing.
It was very funny, and I think they all got in trouble.
Why?
Because it was a real concert. Although it was Jazz 2, it wasn't the real jazz band.
No.
So who cares?
The real jazz band where they have to take things really seriously.
Exactly.
How dare somebody play a song they enjoy and that others might get a kick out of?
Yeah. It's just one of those things where I think they want to be professional.
Yeah. They want these high school kids to be really professional.
Exactly. But it
is 9 o'clock in the morning. Why aren't you all playing perfectly?
Yes.
Why aren't you children taking this seriously?
Yeah.
Is it because nothing matters?
Exactly.
Kino Quinones, I wish I took band. I was in a touring choir, but then I hit puberty and now I can't even hold a note.
Band was very fun.
It was.
Power Surge, Nick being so technical gives me electric piano vibes. I can play piano a tiny bit. I had to take I took a little bit piano in college. I had a Russian piano teacher. She was amazing and really mean. I loved it. She would tell there was this thing where we would have these days where she would test us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we would have the book, and she could like log into our pianos because they were electric pianos, and she could listen to us, and it was just like a one-on-one, but she was across the room, and then she could talk to you with a microphone, but you could hear what she was saying to people still because it's a small room.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember her telling people, "I can tell that you have not practiced this week." It was brutal. Brutal. It was crazy though. Like you had to bring headphones every day. It was quite the class.
And now you're a YouTuber.
And now, yeah, now I make YouTube videos. Don't call me Shirley. Nick got spanked by the piano teacher. She would say, "Nick, bad boy, Stalin won't like that." Exactly.
Don't call me Shirley. Jay, have you ever thought of picking up the didgeridoo?
That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah. Super. I mean, you can play anything on the didgeridoo.
Exactly.
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Good old band. Ah.
Doomslayer just watched episode 4 with my son the other day. Did they change the opening since Rogue One? Nope. I think it's all original except for the changes made by George. Oh, George.
George. You got some coffee? I think it'd be really fun if kids were saying that's pretty wizard. USA Libertarian. Lathes and table saws are scary.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God, lathes are scary. The brave souls who put a giant lump of like aluminum or steel in there and then just go to town. Whew, yep. That thing snaps out of the chuck and goes flying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to matter that you're standing in between it and the wall behind you.
Mm-hmm. At my old job, because of training, I got to turn some aluminum.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was a wild time.
Lathes and table saws are scary. Table saws, I don't mind as much. I hate, though, I don't like when table saws are covered in all the safety features. I feel like that makes it worse. I feel like being careful and having a really good quality blade on there is better than having all the and you know, being a saw stop is definitely great.
Yeah.
But
so
also
do you think like do you think the saws with the extra shit, do you think that makes it more dangerous?
I think it does. I think because sometimes you do have to fight that equipment because it's just gunking up or getting in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it makes it harder to see your piece and it touching the blade.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a little worse. Like at CLC, I think it made sense to have all that junk because, you know, some kid who looked at it once is doing it. But like, I like, especially since there's so many operations a table saw can do.
Yeah. Like
you can put a fence or you can put a wagon on top of it and just do whatever cut you want.
Yeah.
I think if you respect the table saw and you've got a good quality blade, it'll that's safer than the safety equipment.
Remember that one person that pushed wood through with his dick?
Yes.
The table saw? That was the most fun thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
We all turned to each other and was like, "Oh God, can we just get kicked back one time and it'd be that time?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he had it coming.
Yeah, he was trying to be funny. I mean, he did ruin the. He did ruin the plot lines. So. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't take enough weight off.
Not a lot of critical thinking.
No. Didn't take enough weight off the fly lines. We took all the weight off on the pipe side, and the pipe flew all the way up in the air, hit the grid, and rained concrete on us.
Yes.
And that was very scary. That was not very good.
Ranchu Goldfish. It'd be cool to have a saw stop just to chuck hot dogs into it if you had infinite money.
Yeah.
Joy Flares. I wanted a table saw, but now not sure if I want to invest in that or a miter saw. That is tricky. A miter saw can do a lot of things, and a table saw can do a lot of things.
I guess it depends on what you think you're gonna build.
Yeah. A compound sliding miter saw can
that's-
solve even more things.
I think that's the way to go. I think if you're interested in getting a miter saw, getting one of those.
Yeah. I wish it was Warhammer Reveal weekend instead of week. It was a 2-day. If it was 2 days instead of one, it would have been so much more impressive. I think it was pretty impressive. I mean, the only day that they came out with one thing was the Sister of Battle Day, but it was a pretty cool one thing. Mm-hmm. I don't think there was any day that left me disappointed. And there were days I didn't really care about. I don't care about the Gaunt's Ghosts, but I still think the models are cool. Mm-hmm. I'm sure the book's worth a read.
But also the orcs came out that day.
Oh, yeah! Ian H. I want a dangerous power tool, 9-inch angle grinder, deadly. Boy, a 9-inch, holy moly.
That's big.
ABS Forge, the D-Wall table saw rocks. It's got detachable safety guard and catches. I think the best table saw I've ever used in my life is the one that Nick has.
Oh,
I mean, talk about quality.
Jeez Louise. If you want to see what that table saw is and the high qualityness of it, you got to go watch plinths.
Yes.
How do I make a plinth? Jeez Louise.
I cut out wood on that saw and then just faked it for the video, and I cut it on my saw.
Yeah.
It
is a pretty nightmarish contraption. I mean the blade is old.
Yeah, and bad
and bad.
I'm sure it's out of tune.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's not spinning properly.
Yes.
If you want a saw that can do a little of everything, not a compound sliding miter saw, radial arm tool saw is really good. I have a radial arm tool saw, and it's amazing. It can do almost anything.
Can it make you a sandwich?
Yes.
It could cut your sandwich.
It could. ABS Forge, really all you would need is a circle saw and a drill. Everything else just makes it easier. Akino Kanetas, does a gun count as a power tool? Yes. Mm-hmm. Power Surge, I worked as a meat clerk and I witnessed someone get their hand cut in half by the saw blade they used to cut meat.
Ooh wee!
Did it get on the meat, or could you still sell the meat? Does the hand just go right into the display shelf?
Yikes! And does that person now just have no hand or half a hand?
And presumably,
I would assume so. I can't wait for Power Surge to let us know. That's it's a horrible thing to witness, but it is a good story to be able to tell people.
Ian H. Radial arms are freaking awesome, expensive over this part of the world. Oh yeah, I got super lucky, and my dad got it, I think from an estate sale where someone died. And so we got it for like probably $100. And it's probably like a multi-$1,000 craftsman. Mm-hmm. and it came with like all of the nice tools in cigar cases or cigar boxes. Perfect. Yeah, someone died.
Oh yeah.
And someone else was like, "Well, we're trying to get rid of his tools," and
mm-hmm.
It cut down to his wrist. Ah, okay. So that could probably be salvaged.
Mm-hmm.
Probably lost a couple of nerves. Although you can actually, I know my metallurgy teacher, he had a nerve snap in his arm, and he says it's easily the most painful thing he's ever experienced. But they were able to pin it back together, and it works now.
Jeez. It was at a Winn-Dixie back when they were open. Was there a dog there? Was the dog in the meat grinder?
Well, that's what they sold dog meat. It's a delicacy. I'd eat dog.
Don't call me Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Jay, ever want to make a welding video?
I kind of doubt it. I would not mind at all doing some like cosplay or just building neat things. I don't know if it would be a separate channel or we create a new series. But yeah, down the road away. Also, it would be like, because like right now the videos don't cost that much to produce because usually it's like a model I already owned. But like that could be like, okay, well we would need a budget for episodes.
Yep.
If I'm gonna build, a Mandalorian gun or an Inquisitor costume.
We should get some sponsorships.
Yeah.
Can you even imagine doing that?
Sponsored by Bernina. It's the company that makes my sewing machine.
Sponsored by Bubbly.
Yeah.
Water, sparkling water.
Film of the dude. I like to imagine Jay and Nick watching the new reveals like Beavis and Butthead, just aggressively snorting and giggling.
I mean, it was a little bit like that for the Orc Day,
which
is what I'm calling it.
Wokestar Gaming, building my first ever Warhammer models right now, all thanks to this channel. Yeah!
Wow! What models?
Where did I put my... Ah, there it is.
USA Libertarian. Miter saw and drill press are my most used. I have a little mini drill press for like circuit boards.
I have never had a drill press, but I've gotten really good at drilling.
Yeah,
I have multiple things where I have... I drilled. I started a hole on one side, and then I did another hole on the other side, and they just match.
Oh yeah, like the retro Primaris.
Like the retro Primaris. My Han Solo pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Disco. I'm out, y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Whoa, bro. When do you think Games Workshop will get around to updating the Corn Berserker models? I hope they never do at this point. I am pretty sure that the oldest current plastic kit Games Workshop makes, I hope they never update it.
Yep.
Hi, Hydroglider. Have you ever used paint pens? I have to do like art. I don't know if I've ever used them on minis. I've used like metallic Sharpies. And those work pretty good. For certain things.
Paint pens.
Jess Nicoletti, I have Hydro. I use a chrome paint pen. I do have a chrome pen that I've used on some of my my Bandai Stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, bro! Micro pens are good for doing eyes. Yeah, I've definitely used the Micron pens before. Especially the ones that have the paintbrush tip. Which, honestly, I can't believe that no company has produced, like, their own take on the brush tip pens that just have paint colors in them. Because I've used one before, and it's like a sponge tip in the shape of a paintbrush tip. It holds up decently well.
You mean like 4 miniatures?
Yeah,
Just in
4
general.
miniatures, like Green Stuff World or some Army Painter or something. Come out with a series of paint brushes, but the paint is in a pen with a brush tip.
Interesting. Maybe you can replace the tip if it goes bad. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean the professional like paint brush pens for real artists have replaceable tips.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it can maybe come out with like some dark colors for like edge highlight, or maybe even some light colors for edge highlighting. Edge highlighting without ever having to go back to the palette or wash out the brush.
Mm-hmm.
That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty wizard.
That is pretty wizard, Annie.
Power Surge. Here's a fun fact about working in the meat business. You'll most likely have an elder that is missing half a finger. In the 2 stores I worked, there was always a manager or assistant manager with a missing finger.
Unrelated. Accident.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I went jet skiing and, it got caught up in a...
I had a teacher in middle school who she got her finger stuck in a vending machine.
I would just make up a different story if that's what happened to me.
Yep.
Shark attack off of Maui.
Yeah.
800 pounder.
I guess, which I don't even know. I mean, I don't know how this happens, but apparently, like the snack got stuck, and she tried to go in there and grab it, and the machine got her.
Cut off her finger?
It cut off it dug into like the nail
part
of the finger, so her finger was just a little short.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But it cut. I mean, part of her finger was missing.
Mm-hmm. I would make up a new story.
Yeah. Cut it off.
I was stuck in one of the saw traps from the movie Saw, and I had to cut off the very tippy tip of my finger.
Mm-hmm. But it was worth it to get out.
Yeah. I really liked that first Saw movie. None of the other ones.
Yeah, the first one's good.
The first one's the first one is actually not that gory.
No.
And it's got a nice little mystery. It's got some good twists and turns. Every single one after that is just straight torture porn.
Yep. I think I saw one with Amanda and Emily.
And
I was drunk. So it was really good.
Yeah. Best movie I've ever seen in my life.
Power Surge. I hate Saw. I don't like the gore porn.
Yeah, no, I don't like it either.
God, what was that movie? What was the movie that we watched? Was it the band? Not the Banderscott. What was it called? The
Bandersnatch?
No. God, what? We watched this movie.
God Bless America?
No. God. It was a
Birdemic
horror
Shock and
movie.
Terror?
No. It was a horror movie. It was really, really good. It was on Netflix.
Oculus?
So, maybe it was Oculus. There was a scene where this lady was gonna bite into an apple.
Yes, that was Oculus.
Yep, and it turned into a light bulb as she bit down on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was
That,
Oculus is really good.
I don't remember much. I remember that part of the movie like very vividly because that one just that moment I imagined it. I could feel it. I was that person. I bit down on the glass.
Yeah.
Very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that is always the worst stuff. Whenever, because like sometimes like, you know, somebody getting their head bitten off or something, sometimes it's so out there that there's like a disconnect from reality. But those little things, whenever somebody, which happens in a weird number of movies, when somebody like loses like a fingernail or something, oh, it's hard. Like in District 9 when like Vikas pulls off his own fingernails because he's turning into an alien. And you just feel it, you know, exactly like, oh my God, it's real life.
Exactly. Yeah, that was oof. But yeah, that moment for me, I think we both were like, ah, when we saw that happening. Hydroglider, that's a sharp tasting apple. Yeah, that is uncomfy.
Branch, you goldfish. The fingernail scene in The Ring was the one I'm thinking of. Oh, I don't remember that moment. I haven't seen The Ring in years and years. I need to give it a rewatch.
I don't remember. I don't know what this is called. Our mutual friend Kira told me about this, where there's people that will they'll do wrestling, but they'll smash glass all over the ground.
Yes.
And then do the wrestling.
Yeah, it's just like dumb backyard fighting. They'll hit each other with like those tube lights.
Yeah.
And they'll get the very superficial cuts that bleed.
Yeah. That's wild. I do not like that.
Hydroglider. District 9 is good. District 9 is so good.
Whoa, bro. Paper cuts between the toes and Jackass always bugged me.
Ooh. Ah, I couldn't. Yeah, oh yeah, that was definitely I didn't, close the eyes. Power Surge. I hate anything that has to do with cutting or exposing your veins. I hate the thought of my veins being pulled out of my wrists. Oof.
Yep. Don't like it either. I didn't like you even saying that out loud.
Power Surge. Yeah, Elm Street had the scene. I was just about to say. USA Libertarian. I can't even figure out what veins being pulled out would be. Well, watch Nightmare on Elm Street. D. Crimson, what the fuck did I return to? Talking about the most cringy, but like real, like not cringy bad, but cringy good scenes in horror movies. Like where you feel the pain.
Yep, it is quite something.
Yes, that's why I think I stopped watching. Who said that Saw 2 was good? I think I stopped watching Saw 2 when the lady got thrown into the pit of syringes.
Ooh. Yep,
and it definitely didn't help that she got thrown in because the one guy in a leather jacket was being a dick. I'm like, well, make the guy in the leather jacket go in. I get it. The saw traps are supposed to be for like bad guys.
Yep.
Although isn't in one of the Saw movies, I feel like I've seen like Saw 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or something. I feel like in one of the Saw movies they just kill like an entire
baby.
No, they kill like an entire insurance firm. Because the main character dies of cancer and that insurance firm wouldn't insure him. And so they just take out like all the receptionist, all of the clerks, and
Wow.
I'm like, did these people really? I'm sure they weren't setting all of the. It was really the one person who sets the deal, and then everyone else just has to go along with whatever the rates are.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Saw 3's The Rack Trap? I don't know if I saw 3. Whichever one is the one where they kill all the insurance people. Is I think the other one I've seen.
And one of your favorite movies is Human Centipede, right?
Oh my god, I didn't even finish it. It sucks.
Yep.
I thought it would be tongue in cheek. It's not.
I remember because we watched it together. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was our first watch.
Yeah, I don't think we finished it, right?
We did not.
Yeah.
We didn't finish it. We were like, I get it. This isn't fun.
Mm-hmm. If you think you're in the mood for Human Centipede, watch Tusk. Tusk is basically a parody of Human Centipede, where the main guy turns people into walruses, and it is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Prussian Blue, Tusk or Human Centipede. Tusk is so over the top and silly, it doesn't even feel that creepy.
Mm.
Prussian Blue. No, they kill a few employees. It's to emotionally hurt the firm's CEO. Yeah, but isn't killing someone to hurt someone else, like... Doesn't that kind of break the rules of Saws? You kill the bad guys? If you kill an innocent person to hurt a bad person's feelings, I feel like that's pretty wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Crimson, the Belko experiments. I didn't like the Belko experiments. I don't know. Just regular folks just like shooting each other in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There wasn't enough fun behind it. Like if they had to do like weird obstacles or something, that could have added some fun.
Mm.
Prussian Blue, Tusk is still horrifying to think about going through, comedy or not. Yes, no, Tusk is horrifying. I mean, the ending is like farcical. It's kind of great, but I like Tusk, and I think the Tusk is great because like half the cast is playing everything completely serious, and half the cast is in a comedy film. when Johnny Depp is handing out the guns and he's like, "What, you guys don't use guns? What, aren't you American?" Prussian Blue, Saw 3 had Amanda breaking the rules. Why couldn't Hoffman break them? I think it was Hoffman who did the insurance one. Read, new Primaris jet bikes look good. There's no new Primaris jet bikes.
Yep.
Don't Call Me Shirley. Come on, Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is a fantastic film. It's not really a horror movie. It's not quite a comedy either. I mean, it is a comedy for sure, but it's just a darn good. It's not a horror movie. It's not a comedy. It's an Edgar Wright movie.
Mm.
Ooh, The Fly is a great horror movie.
Reed, is that not the new Primaris jet bike?
Oh no, of course this is the new Primaris jet bike.
Yeah. And speaking of that, it is 12 o'clock.
Ooh.
But before we leave, I need to know how many dislikes we have.
Yeah. And if you haven't disliked yet, dislike now, right this second.
Exactly. Now's the time to dislike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess we got 56.
I'm going to say 54.
That's what I think.
Oh no, 52!
God. Dang it. I guess
I'll just have to try harder.
Guess we'll just have to try harder. Although 52 is pretty good.
That is.
But anyways, it's about that time.
Yeah.
So watch all the videos that happened this week. Got a bunch more coming up, and then we'll have another live stream at 9 p.m. on Monday. Oh my God! They see 57 now.
Now we're talking.
Oh, now we're talking. Yep, I like that. All right.
All right, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Boop.